All right, here we are again with 10 more vocabulary words on chapter 4 of this book here, Vocabulary Power 3. Okay. Let's see. Number 1. The first word for this video is assess. Assess. A-S-S-E-S-S. A-S-S-E-S-S. It's good practice for you when you're practicing the differences between the sounds as well as the names of the actual letters. A and E, two letters that are often confused by some of my students in my class. But A-S-S-E-S-S. Assess. Assess. Okay? And assess is basically to evaluate something. You have a situation and you need to evaluate the situation. Look at the evidence. Okay? You're looking at the evidence and making some sort of an opinion based on the evidence that you have. All right, to assess. Okay, next word, one moment. Okay, here we go. Number 2. The word is cease. Cease. C-E-A-S-E. C-E-A-S-E. All right, now here again is another next level vocabulary word like I talked about in the previous video, where you probably already know a word in English for the same concept, and now you're learning different layers. You're learning different ways of saying the same thing in English. So this is a word that basically means for something to end, to stop, to terminate, okay, to be finished, to cease. It's to end. Something has stopped. And there is a famous phrase that we use in English, a very common phrase, I should say, in English, where we might say, "You never cease to amaze me." And that could be a bad thing, it could be a good thing. You're basically saying to someone, wow, you surprise me a lot. And it could be in a bad way, it could be in a good way, but you would say, "You never cease to amaze me," when you want to express to someone that they surprise you with the things that they do. Okay? So if somebody repeatedly makes bad decisions, and it's so surprising that they make those bad decisions, you would say, wow, you never cease to amaze me. Why do you keep doing the same thing? Or why do you keep making decisions like that? Or someone who repeatedly makes good decisions, or does something beyond your expectations in a good way, or reaches new levels of something really amazing. You would say, wow, you never cease to amaze me. It's awesome. You always are surprising me with these amazing, awesome things that you do. Okay. And hopefully, that's the way you feel most of the time with your friends and family. All right. Let's go to number 3. The word is contemporary. Contemporary. C-O-N-T-E-M-P-O-R-A-R-Y. Contemporary. Contemporary. Okay. Contemporary is something that is in the same context, or same time. So, for example, contemporary music would be music that's happening now, in this time, not the past, not from 100 years ago. Contemporary music is music happening now. It's in our same context, our same time. Okay? But you could use this word for something in the past when you are comparing more than one thing that existed in the same time period. For example, John Adams and Thomas Jefferson were contemporaries. John Adams was the second president of the United States. Thomas Jefferson was the third president of the United States. They lived at the same time. They were friends, then they were not friends for a little bit of time, and but they worked together. They lived at the same time in history. They were contemporaries. Okay? Number 4, highlight. Highlight. H-I-G-H-L-I-G-H-T. All right, highlight. If you are one of those people that likes to really make your notebooks colorful and really emphasize certain words or certain parts of books when you're reading or writing, you might have seen this word as a noun, highlighter. Highlighter. Okay, that normally yellow colored marker, or sometimes green or pink or blue, but where you use and it covers a word and it emphasizes that word. Well, highlight is that idea to make something easy to notice, to emphasize something, to make it easy for other people to see it, to highlight. And we could use that for ideas. We could highlight a specific idea and focus on that idea and emphasize that idea. Or again, you could use that with a book, and you use that marker to write over those lines and make that part really obvious to you, that you want to focus on that part. Okay, the next word, neutral. Neutral. N-E-U-T-R-A-L. Neutral. Neutral. This is a word that basically is something that is not one way or the other. It's in the middle. So it's not good or bad, it's in the middle. It's not right or wrong, it's in the middle. It's neutral. Okay? And in your car, when if you're driving a car with gear changes, with gears, with a stick shift, okay, or manual car, then you have like first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear, all those different changes. But if it's in the middle, if it's not in any of those specific gears, it's in neutral, it's in the middle. Okay, it's not the first or second or third or fourth, it's none of those, just in the middle. All right? Okay. And let's go to number 6. This word is ratio. Ratio. R-A-T-I-O. R-A-T-I-O. This combination here, the T-I-O, makes this T sound like an S-H in English. Kind of weird little pronunciation that we have in English, but with that T-I-O, it makes that T becomes an S-H sound. Ratio. Ratio. Okay? Now, you may have a different accent and pronounce it ratio, but I don't know anybody who says it that way. So, so I guess if you do, that's great, but I don't. So I don't know anybody who would pronounce it that way. The general pronunciation, as far as I understand or know, ratio. Ratio. Okay? If someone has some more information on that and could correct me about there being a ratio pronunciation, please let me know. But as far as I know, yeah, that's a common pattern that we have in English for pronunciation. T-I-O, the T sounds like an S-H. Ratio. And this word ratio is like showing the comparison between more than one thing. Okay, so ratio. There are 5 women for every 3 men in this school, for example. I don't know if that's true, but just an example. There are 5 women for every 3 men. It's a 5-to-3 ratio. 5-to-3. It's a ratio showing that difference between those numbers. And the next word, retain. Retain. R-E-T-A-I-N. Retain. Retain. Okay? Now, this word means to keep something. To keep something. Okay? Retain. Oh. All right. To keep something. To retain. If you've ever had braces on your teeth, braces, and then you take them off, many times a dentist or a doctor will give you something called a retainer that you put in your mouth, and it keeps your teeth in that place. It keeps them in that position, retainer. Well, yeah, the word retain, to keep something. Let's see. Number 8, source. S-O-U-R-C-E. S-O-U-R-C-E. Source. Source. Okay. Now, this word is like a synonym for the origin of something. Okay, where did this come from? What is the source? And if you're going to a school or university here in the United States, they probably will ask you for sources whenever you're giving information. Where did that information come from? What was the source? Or if you're not going to school, not going to a university, just watching the TV, watching the news, it's helpful to know the source of that information. Where did it really come from? Maybe you're watching some person and they're telling you, the sky is green. And you say, okay, well, where did you get that evidence? Who is telling you that it's green? Where's the research? Who came up with that concept and why? Looking for the source, where that information is coming from. Now let's go to number 9, target. Target. T-A-R-G-E-T. T-A-R-G-E-T. Target. Target. Now, I'm going to show you a little picture of what a target is. Okay? If you've ever maybe played with a bow and arrow or with darts, you throw the darts and it hits the target. This is a target. And we use that word to talk about an aim. Okay, an aim or a goal or an objective. What is your purpose, objective, your aim or your goal? What is your target? It's the thing that you're focused on. So when you're playing darts or you're shooting a bow and arrow, right? You're shooting a bow and arrow. Okay, you want it to go here. You want it to hit the target. That's what you're focused on. Okay, so we can use that word also as a synonym for those other words. Objective, aim, goal, target. All right, and number 10, last word here. Theory. T-H-E-O-R-Y. Theory. Theory. A theory, another word for that is hypothesis, some idea that you have that you're not sure or you might not have evidence for, but you have a reason that you think this is true, usually, a theory. Or maybe you don't have a reason yet. It's just an idea, only a hypothesis. And you're trying to test to see, maybe this is possible. Maybe this is true, a theory. But it's something that you don't know is true. Okay? You think it might be true or could be true. It's an idea, concept, but you don't have the evidence for yet. It's not a fact, it's a theory. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you keep studying.